My favorite thing to do is sell pussy to the highest bidder.
I think forget that men buy for the convenience that comes with it. Guaranteed sex / companionship, no drama, bad, etc. Not because of their social / financial status.
If you spend some money, then maybe I just might you.
Sex so good, you should never for free, baby.
Sucking D is better when the nigga paying you.
How much you charging? $100K.
Guys, this is just absolutely ridiculous that we're not even taking it seriously. We're just laughing at it. We're laughing at modern day prostitution.
Wow, this is ridiculous. And this is some of the tweets that we're seeing on X or Twitter nowadays of women that are not all women. Right. Some women, a majority who are OnlyFans ladies, I'm sure a few of them have some OnlyFans, are talking about men should have to pay for sex. If a man wants to have sex with them, he's gonna have to pay something. Right. Where's the money at?
Right.
I want to see some money.
Right.
What do you have to say about this foolishness? Because this essentially is modern day prostitution. Back then, you would see the people on the corners and all that, and they sleep with the men. But now it is kind of in reverse. We're seeing it now, but just in a different way.
Right.
Well, I'll go ahead and trick on you, spend a little money on you, and then I expect, to get a little something tonight in return.
Yes, I want to go ahead and say this really quickly. There is a definition for prostitution that has been the same definition from the beginning of time, and it is this: selling your sex for resources and for money. Selling your sex for resources and or money. Now, selling your sex doesn't just simply have to mean intercourse. It could mean being a waitress at Hooters. You are selling your sex, right? You're portraying your sex so that you may receive what? A better tip, right? You are online showing your breasts, showing your butt so that you may receive what? Money. You may receive praise. That is prostitution. Prostitution does not just mean intercourse. So all of those ladies who are blatantly saying, hey, go ahead and give me 100K, then I'll go ahead and do that to you. I'll perform these acts to you. It is prostitution. So the definition of prostitution hasn't changed not one bit. It is
just because it's 2024,
right.
It doesn't mean the definition has changed.
And then that's why, Kyler, if you notice, one of the main slogans of feminists is sex work is real work. No, sex work is real work. But they want to go ahead and try to include sex work or prostitution, I should say, into work because they understand that work should be meaningful. They understand that work should make the world go round. So in their mind, they actually think in their brain of theirs that sex, prostitution is making the world go round. It's making the world a better place. That's why they are so adamant about saying the slogan, sex work is real work. No. You wish it was real work. By that term, real work, you're trying to make it seem as though it's meaningful. It's not. Sex work is real work, but it's not meaningful. Okay? That's what we say on the Shades podcast. So put it concisely, the definition of prostitution has not changed. And prostitution, it is now going on in the dating market, which is so sad and pathetic.
Wow. You see, even as we see this, there are women that are selling their bodies in exchange for a trip to Miami.
Wow.
I'm gonna go ahead and go ahead and sell my body so that I can get a first class trip out to the DR. I'm gonna go ahead and do this so that I can get a new Michael Kors bag or Chanel or whatever the brands are. I don't know the popular brands nowadays. But it's saying, okay, if I want to have the finer things in life, if I want to live in luxury, or if I want to have my basic necessities, if I want to have my bills paid for, I want my apartment, furnished, I want the rent to be covered each month, I think I gotta go ahead and
sell your sex. So sad.
Instead of actually just getting a job.
Right. Very, very logical, Kyler.
know?
How dare you be logical to the internet
Right.
now? Kyler, I want to go to ask you a question, okay? Are you telling the viewers, on behalf of the Shades podcast, that prostitutes are roaming around, not just on Harry Hines? We're in Dallas. That's why we gave that reference. Are you telling people that prostitutes are roaming around not just on Harry Hines because they are engaged in an intercourse, therefore it makes them prostitutes, but are you also saying that prostitutes are roaming around in the dating market as well? Yes or no?
Absolutely so.
No hesitation at all.
This is what we're seeing right now, is that there are even some women who will not date a man, will not even talk to them, will not even entertain them if that man does not have a certain amount of money. It is some women that are just that shallow. Yeah, they're just that shallow that they'll say, no, y'all, all you men are in my DM, but y'all ain't trying to spend nothing. And it's like, okay, so I got to spend some money just to see how you're doing, just to ask you out on a date. You know, like it's just, come on, are we? This is where we're at right now. It's like, okay, you guys, y'all too busy all up in my DMs, but ain't sending nothing on that Cash App. y'all for all y'all men DMing me, go ahead and send something to my Zelle. Go ahead and send me some money. And it's like,
Right. So
what happened to love?
Exactly. The main question, what it is, it's there will be some men out there that say, oh, well, you can't really assume that they're acting like prostitutes because you don't know if they're using their sex for resources and for money. Well, those women who are blatantly on X, those women who are blatantly telling other people around them, say, oh, if you don't give me this amount of money for some pee, for my... for some pee, then I'm not going to go ahead and give it to him. That is a prostitute by definition. Now, so the question that we have to ask is, any woman who is operating in a certain way to gain resources and money must be doing something with intent. So if you assume that a woman is doing a certain activity with the intention of gaining money and resources, then by definition, she is a prostitute. Now, again, it's so hard for y'all guys to conceive to the fact that a prostitute just doesn't have to mean someone having sex with another person for money. It could mean posting pics online for resources such as likes, such as praises. So a lot of these Instagram models, by definition, are prostitutes. Now, they may even say, well, I just simply like to post workout videos. Okay, let's go ahead and give a scenario then. Do you think, in your brain of yours, that if you were to stop posting your squat videos, if you were to stop posting your butt selfies, because back then we used to actually take face selfies, now it's turned into butt selfies. If you were to stop that for a month, do you think that the men will continue to follow you, will continue to praise you, or do you think your followings will decrease? How much you want to bet if you were to go ahead and sit in front of the camera and read them a book, read them about philosophy, read them about sexual ethics, then your followers will increase? No, absolutely not. All the praises and followers that you receive from the majority of which are men will decrease. So by definition, these Instagram models, these women who are out there going to the clubs, going to the malls, and dressing up sensually for in hopes that they receive resources or money, or to go out on dates to receive food, again, going back to resources, are by definition prostitutes. So it's now it's so hard to operate as a Christian in the dating market because there's prostitutes everywhere.
Wow. And what do you say to the men that are...
I was going to ask you that question. Let me go ahead and...
Simp. That's all I have to say.
To the men who are simps, guys, come on. Y'all guys have been bashed from left to right for years now. Come on, it's pathetic. I really don't need any argument to explain to you why simping is wrong. But here is another question. Kyler, what do you have to say to those Christian men who are realizing, wow, you know what? There are lots of prostitutes roaming around in this world. How do I go about this as a Christian man?
Stay away. stay away
Yeah.
and say a pray. Say, you better pray and stay away.
That's true.
That's all I can say, bro. Pray and stay away. No, if you because if you want to find a godly woman, you have to, and this is what we're talking about in another episode, is about discernment. Is that when you see, okay, this is why having standards is so important, is that when you have standards and you know what it is that you're looking for, then you know what else you can eliminate. It's that easy. Wow. That's why some people are struggling in dating, is because they don't know what they're looking for. They keep falling for every woman that just comes around. Well, she's fine, she's got a big butt, she's all this and that. Okay, that all of that is superficial. You need to know what it is that you are truly looking for in a woman, so that when that woman comes, you say, okay, let me hop on that opportunity. God, let me pursue her. Right. Let me court her. Let me date her. Let me try to do something to take that, that step and making that woman my wife. But if you know that you want a godly woman, a woman that is going to church, that's reading her Bible, that's in the Word, if you know that that's what you want, then you're not going to settle for a woman that is posting butt seats. That's what I'm calling them now. Y'all better give me my credit for the pictures of them in the mirror, showing their butt. You're not gonna settle for an OnlyFans model. You're Definitely not gonna You're not gonna settle for a woman that and usually you will know this by conversation. Sometimes you'll meet a woman that's pretty, and then you will get to know who she truly is by having a conversation with her. You're like, oh, wow, you look beautiful on the outside, but your inside is just so ugly.
This is a quick note on how to, well, now if I say it, then women are going to be like, oh, okay, I know what he's doing. But nonetheless, if the woman is acting that way, then red flag, leave her. But the good question to ask rather is, hey, what's your body count? Right? Because that's not really such a smart question to ask. It's ask them this. What are your thoughts about sex? If they are confused, what do you mean what I think about sex? Leave them. If they have no philosophy, if they have no ethics surrounding sex, leave them. Point blank, period. Okay? But if they say, well, I think sex should be operated in a manner such as, you probably found yourself a unicorn, truly, right? Because they understand what sex is about. So that's a smart way to ask on a day. Hey, what are your thoughts about sex?
Yeah. What do you think? What is your thoughts on purity? Purity.
So, guys, you need to understand, and women, please, if you are going out there to the clubs, to the malls, to the gym in order to receive resources, and resources could mean the man taking you out on a date so that you may have food in your stomach, and you dress a certain way for that to occur, then you are acting by definition like a prostitute, just in a lesser degree. So men, also keep that in mind. By definition, is this girl who I'm liking acting like a prostitute? And if the answer is yes, by either she's trying to garnish resources or money from you, either through social media or in real life, by definition, she's a prostitute. And it's so unfortunate that we have to say that now.
And instead of working a actual job, we will rather use other people that have had to go out there and grind and hustle, and instead we want to live off of them instead. And it's sad. And a lot of those individuals that do that, a majority of the time, they think that they're too good to work a regular 9-to-5 job. Though a lot of those women that's like, oh, I don't like a man that works a 9-to-5 job, but you want money, you want a check though, you want to go trips, you want to go out and do all these things. And it's those that are using, the ones that we've seen on X, that are telling these men, okay, if you want to date me, then you got to pay this amount of money and all this stuff. Okay, if you are that type of woman, then it shows a lot of those women that think like that, they don't even think that they should have to work. They think that I'm too good to work. I'm too good to be among you. I'm too cute to do this. Do you not see this face, this body? What do I look like at Kroger?
Right.
What do I, and so they think that they're too good for that. I'm too cute. I'm too beautiful. I need to be I need to be taken care of.
So therefore, the logical answer to who I am, I must therefore degrade myself like a prostitute for other men to give me money. What?
Right.
What?
Right. And two, there is this post. We may add this on here on the edit. There's this girl. I think she was working at like Home Depot or something, and she was a very beautiful girl. And everybody was commenting like, What are you doing working at Home Depot? Like, you're so beautiful. Why are you working here? What? And of course there was some simps. What Home Depot she working at?
That's how they sound like. Oh yeah, I can imagine a lot of them sound like that.
I don't see these type of women at the Home Depot I work at, or the one that I go to.
So it's just stupid comments.
It's those guys.
Seriously.
But this girl was very attractive, and so they were like, why are you working here? And she was like, why I'm not too pretty, to work,
right.
A regular job. And so there's some people that think, they should be taken care of. But then at the same time, it's like, okay, if you want to be taken care of, what are you bringing to the table? I'm not trying to be like Kevin Samuels and all these other guys. But the question is, what do you bring to the table? You want a high value man. What do you bring to the table as a woman besides just sex?
Exactly. Yeah. Besides just you being a prostitute, guys.
And then too, hold on, wait. Yeah. Real quick, before we close it off, how can you say really how much your box is worth? Like, is it 100K? That's the price that you put on it. But you put a price tag on your body. The same body that Jesus died for, come on, the same body that Jesus died on the cross for, the same body that he shed his innocent blood for. The Bible says that he bought you with a high price. And so now you're saying, oh, well, I'm going to sell my body to the highest bidder. Jesus said, the highest bidder is me. I've already paid for you. So why don't you go ahead and give me your life and live for me? Wow. This is the Shades Podcast. Wow. I think we done
guys, God created woman to be in his perfect image. And if you are using his image that was placed upon you to degrade yourself like a prostitute in order to receive resources or money, it is the lowest form a human can attend to. I honestly believe in my mind that a woman who uses her body to gain resources or to gain money perhaps may be on the same level as a drug dealer, right? Because they both destroy society, right? A woman who operates that way is bad. And I was going to say a killer, but that's, a little bit too extreme. But nonetheless, one of the lowest forms of work is prostitution. Now, imagine that you are not even doing that as a work, but imagine you are just doing that as a lifestyle. How much more lower is that, right? Perhaps the people who make a living off of selling their sex through OnlyFans and through porn can say, yeah, that's my job. But you who work a 9-to-5 job, but yet act as a prostitute, as a side hustle, it's, geez Louise, you're not even proclaiming to the world that you're making at least some money off of it. You're just trying to garner resources, dates, likes, praises. So you are your own pimp, so to say, which is absolutely pathetic. Guys, woman, you were created in God's image. He didn't make you to go to degrade yourself for other men's pleasure.
Wow. You want me to close it off? Okay. As you can see, we love to talk. We were supposed to close it off like 3 different times, but this is what I want to say to all the women that are watching this, is that you are God's greatest creation. We say this every single episode. You are God's greatest creation. You are valuable. You don't have to resort to selling your body and just for trips and money and all this stuff. You don't have to resort to that. You are valuable. So operate in the way that God has created you to be. You should be treated like a queen. You should be treated as such and be treated and given love. That's what you need, essentially. Not selling your bodies and to these men who don't want anything for you, that don't care anything about your soul and your well-being, but only just simply care about what they can get from you, just your body. Be with somebody that's interested in every single part of you, your spirit, soul, and your body, not just the body, not just what he can get from you, but look at a guy that says, okay, I want to do something and add value to your life as well. So thank you guys for watching, and understand too, this men is not just used for money, but that'll be another episode. All right.
Like, comments, all those good things. We will continue to talk about this more and more. Oh, and guys, guess what? If you disagree with anything we have to say, feel free to go ahead and reach out to us so that we may debate via Zoom. Do whatever you think you got to do to bring your message out to the table about why prostitution is not wrong. Please feel free to reach out to Kyler, DM him, DM me, whatever the case, maybe DM the Shades creators on Instagram or comment on YouTube, and let's talk. Like, comment, subscribe. This is the Shades Podcast.
One.